A lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, it is.
Evil,
Knievel.
not our real names.
Nailed it.
Oh, you want me to do my bit? Okay, here we go.
Who are those guys?
Who are those guys?
You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
That might have been too much, man.
It makes us both laugh every time
Why?
because it's more and more true every time.
So, so this is like the best marriage ever. After 62 times, we are still laughing.
We still have it, and we're still laughing, we hope.
62 dates, and we are still like on our first date.
And we have some folks with us, some people with us, hopefully. So thank you for listening to and tuning into A Little Independent.
Oh, I was looking around the studio. I'm like, who's here?
The show where friends talk about independent, obscure, or just plain weird movies.
Weird.
My name is Ryan.
And I'm Todd.
Hi, Todd.
Hi, Ryan.
Huge breath in. Great Okay. See the end?
That was too much.
It
Might have been too much, man.
Okay. Well, we'll settle on who buys the Coke later. But are you feeling groovy? Are you feeling
Coca-Cola?
free?
You are so loose that I can't help but join you.
I'm referencing our movie. Are you feeling the groovy thrust of the 60s?
I'm feeling Abbey Lane, Let It Be. That's how I'm
You
feeling.
want to let it be?
That same year, both those albums came out.
Wild.
I looked it up. Yeah.
Well, the movie that we're talking about today,
Yes.
it feels like, and hopefully I'm not overstepping bounds, but this is what this is what the whole experience felt like, and I'm not judging. It just felt kind of loose and free and fun.
Like the 60s.
We've been
like the psychedelic.
talking about some heavy stuff, and a couple of our previous movies are still with me.
We're coming off the jaw-ripping fetish.
You know what I mean? So like
into some easy, groovy, goofy.
All right, I have to ask.
So what's the name of this movie?
It's called The Magic.
The Matrix,
It's called The
1999.
Matrix. Yeah. Had you ever seen it before?
The Matrix?
Yeah.
I have seen The Matrix.
I mean, so what? It's independent in our own way. No, it's called The Magic Christian. And had you ever heard
no.
Okay.
And no.
Wow.
And when I read the cast, I kept going, yes. Like every freaking star.
Like that little thing in Tron. But did it...
And I'm like, how have I never heard of it? And then when I watched it, I found out why.
You get why. So when you looked at that cast list, did any other movie pop into mind? Did like a scenario pop into mind? Like, how did all these people come together? I mean, what did you think, or what were your expectations going in?
I couldn't figure out how he got that cast together.
He meaning who?
The director, the casting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like, but they were all cameo. There was a lot of short, cameo appearances. But the Magic Christian, so my mind went to, okay, Ringo's going to be like this little guru guy, and Peter Sellers is going to be like the goofball.
Great.
I didn't,
Great.
yeah, because I couldn't, and I thought, well, maybe Peter Sellers, and then
that's fun.
I was about as far off as you could get.
I love that.
That went over like the Titanic.
Well, we have maybe not talked. Well, I mean, there's a boat in this movie.
Titanic.
There's kind of a boat. Maybe there's not a boat.
There's
in this
a
movie.
Titanic boat in this movie.
There's water in this movie. Manure. I am a huge Peter Sellers fan. I love him. We've talked about this before. The Pink Panther movies were pinnacle from my upbringing. You know what I mean? We made home movies. My friend David and I, we made Cato and Clouseau movies, and watching these, the slapstick of them was really huge for me. Yeah, Pink Panther Strikes Again, still the slow motion stuff, hilarious. And when I showed my kids for the first time, they died. rewind. So
I'm not really up on him like you are. So I wish I was.
I started. I've really just love all of his stuff. And did you see the movie about his life, The Life and Death of Peter Sellers?
No.
Jeffrey Rush played him, and it's really good.
He's awesome.
It's
Jeffrey Rush.
He is. It's a
Quills.
sad.
Have you seen Quills?
Yeah,
Fucking
it's
A.
a wild movie.
Oh, that movie.
Yes,
Ugh.
hot. It's a little hot.
He has to write so bad.
It's steamy.
He does it with fecal
I'd
matter.
call it
His own fecal matter.
Yeah, that's
Because he
right.
took his pen and ink.
And doesn't that tie into our movie pretty well? To be honest,
Yeah.
But Peter Sellers is very special to me, and he's just very, and it's well-tread ground, but sad life, probably bipolar, resented his success as Clouseau.
Oh, really?
Wanted to be a serious actor, and I think, is, but it's just, it's a wild ride.
So,
but kind of tortured comedic
Yeah.
genius, resented his comedy and just wanted to do the serious.
but a comedic actor is just as, they're just not held
I get it.
by the public
And
or
it's
by
harder,
the,
you could
by
say
the
sometime- I
academy
get
or
it.
whatever. It's like, if it's not a drama, you know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
And that's just
But
completely unfair.
thankfully, posthumously, in retrospect, we can look back and see how these people influenced. But he was somebody you could look at as he'd be canceled today immediately, because like one of his first roles is the voice of an Asian man in a movie, and he's played Peter Sellers just to get the elephant in the room and fuck it. Like he's played Asians and Indians, and it's really probably upsetting.
Christopher Lee too.
Yeah,
I had no idea that when some of that stuff popped up.
Yeah.
The same thing. But yeah, we're on the lead, Peter Sellers.
Well,
So
we'll get to that. Sorry.
I can't let it go by.
What?
Get the elephant in the room and fuck it.
Well, yeah,
That's what you said.
There's that whole like elephant in the room.
That was amazing. I mean, I think that should be a T-shirt, don't you?
No, I don't know, because I love elephants. Honestly, I would hate any harm to come to an elephant ever. My favorite animal, to be honest. But we'll go into our film's description, because I like the idea that maybe looking at this film's description, you would not know who played who. So I will read the description from IMDb.
And not the description, just the title.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was there was a Christian involved,
Good
right?
point.
A magic Christian.
So, The Magic Christian, 1969. Here is the film's description. The world's richest man and his adopted hobo son set out to test the limits of human vanity and greed through a series of money games.
Yeah, otherwise known as Ryan Buck if he had all the money in the world. 100%
This is
true.
what you think I do all
This
this?
is what you would do.
Wow.
This
Yeah,
is
you may
this
be
is
right.
you.
You may be right.
And I thought
may not
that
be a
the whole
compliment.
time.
Well,
you
what do you
would
think-
just be out there fucking with
Yeah,
everybody.
this is true. What do you think of that description, though? Is it too
Yeah.
corny? Does it?
No, the only thing is they never said he was the richest man in the world.
Nor did he look like it. Like that was kind
I
of a
mean,
modest home.
But he had like never any supply of money. It's
And
as
he
it's seen.
didn't. I think he.
Here's
But
here's
okay,
another briefcase.
Is this
Here's
movie-
another briefcase.
a lot of people who don't like this movie. I mean, it's absurd. Okay.
Yeah,
It's absurd. That's why I liked it then.
Yeah.
That's why I like it now.
Well, Monty Python was absurd, and they would just—that's what it reminded me of any of the Monty Python skits
Yeah.
that I saw when I
Did
was a
you
kid, because it would just break into.
It's
The-
non sequiturs. A series of them. And did you know that
Layman's term.
that the Pythons had anything to do with this?
Well, the actors are in there.
Yeah, but
you got
they're-
John Cleese and the other guy.
And Graham Chapman are both credited with additional material as writers.
Well, 'cause they're
Because I'm sure, and as is Peter Sellers. So
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of their improvisation was,
John Cleese is a god.
I know, isn't he something?
You just look at him and you're like, oh fuck.
I know.
Here it comes.
And he's
What is he
he's
gonna do?
serious in this too,
Oh, I know, and he never breaks. You're just waiting for him to
I
like,
know.
because you never know what he's gonna do. And then he even did fucking Q in James Bond.
Yeah,
You know.
true.
So that's his arc from this movie to
fascinating. Yeah, I guess he usually played the quote unquote straight man in a lot of the Python stuff, but when he goes wild, is when it's great. But this is billed as a dark comedy, satire comedy. What's your thought?
Why do they say comedy twice?
Well, interesting.
So you have a regular comedy and a satire comedy.
Yeah, I guess this is all kind of odd, but I feel like maybe it's trying to push into the fact that this is dark, or some people may think it's dark. Did you think it was dark?
Do you think people write that, or an algorithm?
I don't know anymore. But did you find the movie dark?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the whole. There were dark parts.
Okay. Okay. So,
right,
do you disagree with the descriptions? I mean, maybe they're redundant. But
no,
like,
I mean the
kinda...
satire. I don't really know what they are going to satire comedy in addition to regular comedy.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
But
what
it's
they
enough
want.
to make you not feel completely misled.
Maybe satire because they keep breaking out into unexpected skits like a Monty Python thing. Okay.
Our star, aforementioned Peter Sellers as Sir Guy Grand. So I'll ask you the traditional question: What do you know him from? You'd seen him before, but you mentioned you don't really know. You don't have the deep cuts and all that.
And I've only seen Pink Panther randomly. I don't really have it under my but I seem to remember liking it better than the Steve Martin. Do you? What is your thoughts on that? I mean, do you like?
We can't even talk about that. I mean, we can't. No, we can't. The Steve Martin ones are fine. I love Steve Martin.
But you would prefer?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, and he is. That's that dopamine rush for me. I can look at him as Clouseau and smile. You know, that's like a portrait tattoo I would get just as like a rush. Like look at it and laugh.
You could just see that elephant.
I could get a. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the monkey of the elephant off my back.
That line is too good to let go. You just kind of improv that right out there, and
he
can't
really
let it go.
Did get his start, or became more widely known that way. But I think his first big role came in The Lady Killers, at least the original one in 1955. But I really did he started early. He did some, and I thought he kind of smacked of like an improv troupe kind of guy, and he did do some of that as well.
Okay.
But I myself getting like super, super into Stanley Kubrick in a time when it was supposed to be cool to do that. You know what I mean? He plays Quilty in Lolita. Do you know Lolita? The story of it's a horrible not horrible, but it's a pedophile's dream.
When is, I don't know enough. I mean, I know what it is. It's about a young girl.
Yeah.
But is like with an older guy.
Yeah.
Maybe? Okay.
James Mason.
What year are we
1962.
talking? Is the original, because it's been remade.
Yeah.
Right?
That was Jeremy Irons.
Who did it?
Kubrick. Yeah. Did the original.
Who wrote it?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What if he wrote it? Does he get hashtag not a creep?
Yeah. So, well, it's a novel, but Stanley Kubrick
that's a ticket out.
Yeah.
I'm just adapting a novel.
But there was some wildly heavy shit back in the day. I mean, I guess you
remember
think
Carl Malden in Baby Doll?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same fucking shit, and that's even older.
That's true.
Yeah.
One of my favorite performances of his, and it's multi-layered because there's many, is Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Also, one of
is that really in the title?
That's the full title, and I think one of the best movies ever.
Love the Bomb, because
Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. That's the full title.
I never knew that.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I don't know.
George
if I
C.
have,
Scott
it's been
gives one of the comedy performances of the ages, and it's one of those movies where George C. Scott pops up as in a comedy role, and people were like, "What?"
Yeah, I can't see that,
and he crushes.
Like, so obviously Patton, but then my mind went to Paul Newman and him in the pool game, and he was such a fucking prick in that movie.
I know.
Oh.
And George C. Scott just oozes stress. I look at him, I'm like,
yeah,
you're stressed.
Yeah,
but he is.
You're gonna kill me, right?
So funny in that movie. Early role for James Earl Jones as well, and Peter Sellers plays 3 characters in that film, and it's just fucking brilliant, top to bottom.
Does he do any serious roles?
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I know you're getting all those. I just
A Shot in the Dark,
and
I will say, like, soon after 64 was A Shot in the Dark, so that was his first time playing Clouseau, and A Shot in the Dark was supposed to be just a general movie, and no, sorry, Pink Panther was 1963. And it was supposed to be, about David Niven, blah, blah, blah. And the Clouseau character was so popular that he got his own film after.
Okay. A Shot in the Dark was also a Clouseau? Was Inspector Clouseau?
Sorry, the Pink Panther was the first one in 63, and then A Shot in the Dark, 64.
But it's not Pink Panther 2 or anything. It's just its own title, but he's the same character.
Yeah, and he didn't want to do a bunch of them, but,
Well, he wanted to be a serious actor, right?
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah, and, I just throwing off the party where he plays the Indian guy, Birdie Num Num. I Love You, Alice B. Toklas is another weird-ass one. But I think, he wanted to do Being There. Being There was, did you ever see Being There? 80-something. Shirley MacLaine, where he plays Chancey Gardner, and that's... I think the movie he always wanted to make.
I can't remember.
It was 79. And it's awesome.
Huh.
It's super amazing. And it's serious. And he is very, very good in it, I have to say.
But the vast majority is comedy.
It's comedy.
Yeah. Because he's so good
when
at
you're
it.
good at
Yeah.
But he's a very serious kind of.
Is he an early Robin
guy.
Williams then?
Yeah. That's a great parallel. I think, less frenetic.
Yeah.
And I don't know how good. I think probably equally
Stand-up,
great.
we
as
don't know about
improv.
stand-up. Yeah.
Probably great at, and because he could do voices. I mean, so troubling.
Clearly.
Presenting him today, people would be like, no, because it's all sorts of wrong. But here we are, my beloved Peter Sellers, troubled.
Lighten up, Francis.
And also starring Ringo Starr as Youngman Grand. Have you seen him in anything?
Oh, God. Let me think.
From a movie perspective, he's a weird, interesting study, right? From a movie perspective.
I remember the first movie that comes up in my head, and probably the only one I ever remember, is there's no words in it. Caveman.
Caveman. Yes, I remember too. On cable.
Yeah. And you know what's really weird is my mind wants to mix Daryl Hannah in that movie.
Oh.
Because Clan of the Cave Bear.
Shit.
Yeah, but it's not the same movie. But my
I'm
mind
kind of mixing them both.
My mind does that.
What was going? Because there wasn't there another
and
like
then Quest
real,
for Fire.
Yeah, there was but some real ones. What was the deal back then?
Quest for Fire with.
Were we just really upset? Do you remember?
What's his name's first movie?
Was it Highlander?
Poker Night.
The
famous
Ron Perlman.
He's in. Yeah. That's his first movie, and he plays like a.
So why was everybody so obsessed with the
caveman?
Yeah,
and
all that back then, 70s, 80s. And then Encino Man resurrected it in the 90s. We had like a period of nothing, and then those cavemen from the commercial.
Maybe from A Space Odyssey started it all.
I don't know. Talking about Cooper again. His first film, Ringo Starr, A Hard Day's Night, 1964.
How can you not sing that in your head when you hear that title? I know you hate the Beatles.
No,
I mean, you say Hard Day's
really.
Night, and I hear the harmony. It's been a hard.
What's funny is
I can't stop hearing it.
He's uncredited as Ringo in Help in 1965.
Yeah,
isn't that another Beatles movie?
And
but
song.
He's uncredited. In 1968, he's in a real perv fest, and it comes up later called Candy. Did you ever see that movie? 1968.
Ooh.
Candy.
So before this one.
Yeah.
I've seen it, like, on menus or whatever.
Okay.
Like,
It looks real filthy. You'll
watch
love it.
Ginger Snaps or something, and then that pops up.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one. In 1971,
Werewolf.
he was in a Western called
Werewolf.
Blind Man. Did you ever see that?
Nope.
It's about 50 stolen mail order brides. So again, nice and pervy.
What's stolen?
Yeah,
What?
like some like country like guy like Western. He's like, I want 50 mail order brides, and along the way they're hijacked. The fuck was going on back then?
They're in the back of a truck.
What was going on? No, it's a Western. It's like in the 1800s.
Oh,
So
well, that makes more sense.
There you go. He plays Merlin in the 1973 Son of Dracula. I know we were talking about some Dracula stuff.
Well, that's Christopher Lee.
I don't know. I do not actually remember that.
I don't know if he played in Son.
Yeah. Did you know he was uncredited Ringo Starr as Stinger the mascot in the Cuba Gooding Jr. joint radio?
No.
It's on IMDb.
I remember that. I know radio. Yeah, I've seen that. It was.
He's uncredited as Stinger the mascot. So that was a wild one that popped up.
How do you get Ringo Starr to go uncredited in a fucking mascot uniform?
Weird.
Yeah.
And he's in, he was in a recent-ish movie, Pop Star, Never Stop, Never Stopping, which is a hilarious movie, but he was in that somewhere.
Never even heard of that.
It's really good. I think you'd hate it. Third build, Isabel Jeans as Dame Agnes Grant. Had you seen her in anything before?
Nope. Which one was she? The older or the younger?
She was
one?
the older.
Okay.
She was the older sister. Her first film, 1917, The Profligate.
Silent movie.
Is this a first? I'm freaking out.
Silent film.
I mean, is this the first where we're like, her first film, 1917, The Profligate?
I don't think there's been an earlier one than that.
She played a character named Zélie de Chaumet in a movie called The Rat in 1925.
We're moving on up.
And then in 1926, she was in The Triumph of the Rat.
The sequel.
And in 1929, she was in The Return of the Rat.
Ratatouille.
Isn't that something? Like a series in the 20s. So the rat situation
is a rat
happening.
like somebody like that?
I think a robber,
traitor,
maybe a
like
robber.
a traitor.
I don't know.
You dirty rat.
I should have.
You dirty rat.
Looked harder. I have seen her in a movie. I didn't recognize her from this.
I saw her last night in the movie.
But she is in Suspicion with Cary Grant. Joan Fontaine, one of my favorite Hitchcock films. She's in that.
Nice.
All right. I don't know why I'm asking you this, but we're going to say fourth build, Caroline Blakiston as the Honorable Esther Grant. Seen her in anything? The younger of the sisters?
Hi, Esther. No.
All right. I want to say her first film, 1966 film called Marco, starring Michael Parks.
So let me get this straight. They're sisters in this movie, correct?
Uh-huh.
The elder sister's first movie was 1917.
Yeah, baby.
And the younger's 1966.
And he's the brother of the three of them.
So we're talking there's a 50-year difference.
Don't sweat the
in the
math. This
start
is the
of movie
60s,
careers.
baby. The swinging 60s.
You just swing it and groove it.
But so Caroline Blakiston's her first film was a movie called Marco, starring Michael Parks. Now you probably don't remember that guy by name, but I talk about him all the time. We've talked about him on the show.
Okay.
You probably know him best as the sheriff in the beginning of the movie From Dusk Till Dawn, who they shoot him in the head. But he's in Tusk, Bloodfather. He's a crazy good Kevin Smith loves that guy.
Bloodfather.
He's that
awesome.
Nazi guy in Bloodfather, but he's this intense, awesome actor.
Nazi guy. The guy in the barn.
Yeah,
that he used to be. That he
There you
takes
go.
the motorcycle back from.
Correct. So she was in a movie and starring him. So it made me think like that guy's been around and starring in stuff for a while. Like if you really start to go down rabbit holes of people,
Or rat holes.
or rat holes,
Yeah.
or returning to rat holes,
Or the
It's just-
Ratatouille part 3.
I stress out about all the things that I've missed, all the weird indies. You know?
How about this? All the things you don't know you've
Yeah.
missed.
True.
That
Yeah.
That's just
She was in a movie with Michael Caine called The Fourth Protocol. 80s Caine. Remember Caine in 80s? Like they're passing him off
blame
as
it,
like
blame it on Rio.
Blame it on Rio, yeah.
Another perv movie.
Yeah.
Another Lolita.
Yeah, I guess it was.
He
But
was, well, to his
80s
credit,
Caine,
he tells her no.
Yeah.
He does tell her no.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, you have seen Caroline Blakiston in something. I guarantee it. I guarantee you have.
1966 was her first movie. So
Correct.
we're getting up into the 80s now. I've
Yeah.
seen her in an 80s movie.
Yes, you have.
She's a good-looking blonde lady in the 80s. She would be in
she's more
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
She's 100% redheaded in this 1983 film. It's a sci-fi. It's a sci-fi epic, I'd say.
1983?
Yeah, sci-fi. Big film. You've seen it many times. Anyway, she is in a little film called Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. She's Mon Mothma. Many Bothans died to bring us this information. So you've seen her. Isn't that cool?
Yes. That's
All right.
very cool.
This-
Who else was in Star Wars?
Episode 6, Jabba the Hutt.
He has long fangs.
Huge actor. Huge actor.
Long fangs.
This was written by Terry Southern.
Okay.
Wrote Dr. Strangelove, Easy Rider, Casino Royale, Barbarella. I love that movie. We've talked about it before. I love Barbarella.
Yep.
Apparently about to be remade anytime. So like this is a really cool writer in a good streak that he wrote the novel for that Pervfest candy. So like all this stuff is interwoven. And I mean, we should say, did you find out how, Peter Sellers got the novel for this book, gave it to Kubrick and said, it would be awesome if you directed. And Kubrick said, and passed it off to some friends of his, Terry Southern and Joseph McGrath, to kind of handle. So Kubrick very well could have been a part of this.
He passed on it.
Yeah. I mean, no, said he wanted to
Too
do
busy.
it, but like, yeah. But
I'm Stanley fucking Kubrick. I don't have time for this.
Joseph McGrath also credited as a writer. I noted, dude, there was some wild shit back in the day. Joseph McGrath wrote a movie called 30 is a Dangerous Age, Cynthia, with Dudley Moore. There's a fucking comma in the title. I'm going to say the name of this movie one more time. 30 is a Dangerous Age, Cynthia.
In what year?
Oh, God. 70s, 73 maybe.
Okay. So you're a spinster. You're
It's so weird.
out of
And yeah.
And now like if
And the poster, I need to do a whole separate podcast on posters because it's wacky. It's Dudley Moore like flying in the air over a bed, and this woman's like
open arms.
I know what I mean? What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck was happening?
I bet you. Do you
It's
think
so
there's
weird.
podcasts just on movie posters?
Probably.
There's got to be.
Again, directed by Joseph McGrath, who directed a lot of Beatles videos. So there was some, connection to Ringo there.
Well, that's how they got him, maybe, huh?
Yeah, and again, more pervy stuff. He directed a movie called The Bliss of Mrs. Blossom. Have you seen that?
Is that Blossom's mother?
Yeah.
From the TV show?
No. It's about it's about a bra maker and her lover who she keeps in the attic.
No.
Shirley MacLaine.
Is it the attic?
No, it's called The Bliss of Mrs. Blossom. And Joseph McGrath directed a movie called I'm Not Feeling Myself Tonight about a nerd who works at a sex research institute.
Oh my God!
Do you see what's happening here? What is happening?
It's literally
just oozing sexuality.
like
everything.
Yeah. How to
Just
say
bursting.
How to say I'm not masturbating tonight
Isn't that
without
crazy?
saying it?
All right, 1 hour and 32 minutes.
1 hour, yes.
Did it feel
That's exactly
longer
what
than
I
that?
got.
Did it feel
The first time through, it was okay. Here's what I wrote.
Go for it.
The first time, this is right after I watched it the first time. You know how I get better the second time everything through, and I always
I'm
like it better.
surprised you watched it more than once, to be honest. I'm
It
super
helped.
shocked.
I'm so glad I did because it made a big difference. And it always does.
did?
It always does.
You're gonna
Every
tell me
time.
something.
I wrote down, and this is probably all caps, what the fuck did I just watch?
Beautiful. All
So
right.
I had to go back and figure out
That should have
what
been
I just watched.
that
should have been the description.
or on the poster.
Yeah.
All right, speaking of taglines, here we go.
I'll take credit.
We have a bit of a journey with the taglines. So this is on the poster. Ready?
Yeah.
This is the actual tagline. The Magic Christian is anti-establishmentarian, antebellum, antitrust, antiseptic, antibiotic, antisocial, and antipasto. That's the full tagline on the poster.
Wow. What does the poster look like?
Super 70s, 60s.
Like,
yeah.
so is it running down one side and down the other?
No, that's on
all
the
these
top.
taglines?
That's right at the top.
All
that
across
whole
the
thing.
top.
Yeah.
One long sentence.
That whole thing. Yep.
Antipesto.
Yeah.
Is that like cooking?
So do you like it? Do you?
I don't like it at
Okay.
all.
Here's some more. The world's richest man and the world's poorest boy are getting it ready now, and everybody, everywhere, will be a little worse off for it.
That sounds very pervy.
All right. 1970 years ago, a magic Christian definitely walked among us. This is definitely not the same story.
Oh my God, that's awful.
All right. I am excited. Here's another one. Will the real magic Christian please stand?
So why are they purposely misleading you to what it means?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? The magic Christian do.
Again, same thing. They want you to think it's a person, like I thought.
Oh, here we go. Presenting the most irreverent, irrelevant father and son team since the Frankensteins.
Well, that's the best one.
Irreverent and irrelevant? All right, here's another one. Commits every sin in the book.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another. I don't know where they got this one. I have it on the best of authorities that Ringo Starr is the magic Christian.
We've never had this many taglines.
Yes, we have.
Are you
one other episode? And here's the last
Okay.
one. Some bird told me that Peter Sellers is the magic Christian.
Again?
So you don't
What's
like 'em?
with the misdirection?
I think maybe there, and you said something similar. What is, you thought the magic Christian was a person.
Right, just by
So,
the title. Yeah.
And maybe that's how they were
And
getting
all the
people.
taglines are alluding to that
I don't
as well.
think this was a very successful film. At all. I
It is
can't
not,
imagine.
It is not mainstream.
It did well. It probably hurt some people, but again, here we are. I found this movie because I
Yeah.
love Peter Sellers and I'm a completist.
Well, if you're a producer raising money to make this film, you just read the cast list, right?
Well, I think it smacks of Peter Sellers was really leading the show because a lot of what you read about it was his ego. He had most of John Cleese's scenes cut because they were funnier than him. And it sucks. But that's, a person with power. And I think he called in a bunch of favors from friends, just like a Seth Rogen might do now, getting everybody together, and this is the end. So like, hey, Christopher Lee, hey, Yul Brynner, hey, Roman Polanski, hey, all these people come and do this weird-ass thing.
And speaking of cavemen, the hottest cave woman.
Yeah.
Of all time.
All of it. I think that's, and
Miss Raquel.
put together and like with your pitch, like Peter Sellers meets Monty Python.
Right.
Because that's what I mean about it being just non sequiturs. It's just like one random thing to another.
The King and I. He will be in it.
And that's what drew me to it. And to be honest, back in the day, I would just find any Peter Sellers movie I could, and that would be at the video store or on TV, period. That's all the access I had.
Right.
So I would search video stores. I would call people up, like, what's your Peter Sellers collection like? You know what I mean? And so this was on VHS at one point.
That's how you found it.
And The Magic Christian looks weird, and it was, and it is. And I've probably only seen it 3 times, this being the third. Because access, like, again, I didn't
What
own
made
it.
you pick it for the show? Because
It's
we
one
had
of the
too
weirdest
many-
movies I know. Because I was thinking about
Okay.
our question when we ask it, what's one of the weirdest
Obscure?
movie you know? And I could just be The
yeah,
Magic
yeah.
Christian
Yeah.
at the drop of a hat. I could say a million movies, not a million, but a lot. And I would say The Magic Christian, and I'd even say it to you. And you'd be like, what? So here's the time. This is just one of the fucking weirdest movies I know.
And it is lighten things up after we've been pretty serious these last few.
I guess you could say the themes of this, and as we go through the themes of this movie, are very obvious, very heavy, in a way.
Well,
there's the classism, there's the racism, there's sexism.
But you got to remember the Vietnam War is in full swing.
Yeah, I mean,
1969.
This is a movie that's poking. you know what I mean? It's poking at everything.
And never ending. Yeah, Black Panthers are even in there.
Exactly. So and it's, I bet you just saw a lot in the background, and because there is a lot to see in the background of this movie,
and it's
too much.
No, I mean,
in a way, there's a lot of stuff.
It was
I know I didn't get back in the day.
Very tumultuous time.
Yeah,
So
did that lens color your viewing in a way? I mean, obviously,
no, because I was too young to be aware of that stuff.
I got you.
Yeah,
but as I'm reflecting on it, this is a wild fucking movie to come out.
Yeah,
at that time, because there's a scene where there's a man literally dipping another man in another man's face. I mean, look.
Or the head transplant. And the feet are going the other way. Oh, there's plenty more of him where they came from. I mean, whoa, jeez.
How did you watch it?
What do you mean? Amazon
or did you a VHS copy?
I YouTube
Laserdisc. YouTube.
I went the free road.
Awesome. So for me, I Amazoned it, and
you rented it.
Yeah, and and it just starts. So how did it just
same thing?
Okay, so a bit of money.
Yeah,
and
God save the Queen.
Did that feel at all Monty Python to you right away?
Well.
A narrator, and it did to me just because I'm a big fan.
I'm sure it would, because I'm just too far removed from any of the Python stuff.
Okay.
But I actually thought that was the Beatles song playing, but I think it's Badfinger performing it. The Beatles, if you want.
Oh, no, Paul McCartney wrote that song for the movie specifically, which I think is kind of neat. Paul McCartney wrote that song.
Oh, that's not on one of their albums? You think that's from the soundtrack?
Yeah, wrote it for the movie.
Because that was on the radio. I hear that
and it's not a bad little tune.
No, I hear it on the radio. I mean, that's
clearly stated my indifference towards the Beatles, but respect and reverence for. But that's not in it, and it's a tune that kind of repeats. So, how annoyed were you at that song by the end of the hour and 32 minutes?
Catchy.
Okay, it is kind of catchy, and it's.
But didn't Badfinger record it?
I don't know,
because they did some of it. They're on there,
and it makes a lot of sense with the movie too.
And they sound a lot like the Beatles when you hear Badfinger.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I actually do not know.
Okay,
but it's appropriate. The song kind of does feed the movie quite a bit. When you realize what's going on.
Yeah, and it's referring. Love and money.
It starts with karaoke style. The narrative says, "This is money. We're going to be talking about it, for the next 2 hours," and then you have the little ball bouncing over the words, which I thought was interesting. What do you think was supposed to happen there? Were audiences meant to possibly be joining in song in that?
I think it's just an enjoyable way to do the credits.
Yeah, and I was drawn to the Fast and Furious.
Oh.
Yeah, because Hobbs and Shaw, I like how they show the difference in the morning routines. In here, we have that same kind of duality with the Big Ben. Is that like the similar shot of Rio, the Jesus statue in Rio? Is that you have to show a Big Ben in London?
And you used the Empire State Building in New York.
Right. I never really notice it much in English in London-based movies.
It's what identifies that city, and it's probably in every stock footage that you're gonna rent anyway.
But Big Ben shows about 8 o'clock, and you have two people.
You are such a nerd. You actually clocked the clock.
Clock the clock.
You clock the time on the clock.
Well, it has something to do with, and actually his alarm is a little pre 8 o'clock, so he's got his alarm set early. But Guy is getting up, right? And Sir Guy Grand, and he has he's the richest guy in the world.
Uh-huh.
I'm not trying to be shitty, but his place doesn't look I mean,
No.
he lives in a nice place, and he's
Right.
got a staff of
and there's
20?
one other thing
What?
that the richest guy in the world would have that he didn't,
Okay.
and it's coming. It's in this scene.
Okay. So he gets
What were you gonna say? What do you think?
well,
it is?
he's got a staff, but I know. Did you notice? And this goes all the way back to the Still episode, but maybe this is his staff. He wakes up, Sir Guy Grant, and he's got a paper. He's got a little thing by his night table, and his coffee's there.
I thought you were saying a glass of milk.
No. I mean, but there's a beverage there that
Yeah.
either was put there that morning. So do you think they probably do? So his staff probably
Creeps
clandestinely
in the room.
and puts it there.
See, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
The nightstand, but he doesn't have a driver. He drives himself.
I think meant to be
they
hilarious.
wouldn't do that. I mean,
I think that's intentional.
they're always driven because they're doing work in the back.
I laughed out loud the fact that he's driving his own limo.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
funny. Because so he's a rich person, but he has an acute sense of the inequity,
He's thrifty.
economic inequity.
Yeah, he's thrifty. He's
He's not at all thrifty. I'd say he's just aware that there is inequality and he has a problem with it and he wants to address it in a very interesting and combative way and gross way.
Everybody has their price.
Everybody has their price.
Yeah. So the hobo son to be
in the morning routine of a
is
hobo
yeah.
in a park.
is in the park, and the park cleaner upper guy who has one piece of paper on the end of the nail on his stick. And then the same scene is going to be in the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And again, he has one piece of paper. So when I'm like, okay, they shot those scenes back to back. The beginning and the ending scene, they shot the Ringo one. They threw him in the thing and shot it, and it's done. It's in the can. But his stick and the paper was exactly the same.
Well, that could either, I don't know, indie, yeah. So they probably did, or it was Hollywood.
There's
Access,
only one piece of paper in that park each one of those days.
That's a great point. I really like some of the clothing. I like his jacket, Sir Guy's jacket. I like Ringo's shoes. There's little touches, of style.
I don't even remember. I'm like, what were his
I just
shoes?
kept on writing like that jacket is dope. Like I was taking pictures of certain elements. I like the fact that
I'm analyzing the story. I'm like seeing the script and I miss
I'm a
those
dummy.
details,
I'm
but
like, oh, pretty technicolor pictures.
look at that. I want. Those
I liked how
pants.
Sir Guy Grant had a violin playing him to his car.
Yeah.
And he's do.
Well, the guy knows he's going to give him money if he doesn't. If he just keeps doing it.
I think he's staff. I think that's
No, he finally got his tip.
Oh, that's what
He kept following around the car until he finally gave him some money.
Oh,
and
that's
then
funny.
that's what stopped
So
him.
do you think this is a day that Sir Guy Grant is waking up with the intention of securing his heir, either by the way he does it or other?
I have no idea because he says he happened upon
But he goes to the park.
the right fellow.
And he
walks past him, then he stops and comes back.
And they have this Did you have subtitles on?
No, you can't hear it though.
So there's subtitles for the beginning.
They say what they're.
Yeah, it's something about their clothes or something, and then it cuts to the lyrics of the song.
Yeah, I know Ringo's trying to get away from him.
Yeah,
because he thinks he's creeping on him.
It does look rather odd, because he's dressed.
I feed the ducks here every morning.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, and then he
ducks.
pulls a piece of bread out from the inside pocket
of his
suit. Yeah, like
was that funny?
Who carries bread? Yeah, that was fucking weird.
It was weird.
Well, yeah, obscure
I
or just plain weird.
It was just plain weird. I mean, when I think about like
it fits all three categories, Ryan. It's independent, it's obscure, and it's just plain weird. You have hit the triple crown on this one, my friend.
And this is where I see a lot of Monty Python too, and this is going to geek out, and I apologize, but they'll cut to like an absurdist shot of a bunch of like men serious, and so just like the boardroom later, serious, just white men with jowls and pipes in. So it must be his lawyers because he's they're signing something.
Yeah. I was thinking it was the boardroom, but it's not.
And he's like, well, now you're my son.
it's like they were notarizing it.
Yeah.
After and the paperwork's already prepared.
Yeah.
So somebody called ahead.
And Ringo's eating off a plate. He's just like, all right.
And then he delivers this just fantastic line. Dad.
Yeah. He doesn't. Okay. Ringo doesn't have a lot of lines in the movie.
No, more than Caveman though.
But I am going to say that Ringo's really good in this.
Well, when he does the faces out of the sex book, when he's in the car, like the
acting thing. When he's like, oh, acting, you have to open your jaw wide.
Oh, that's not a sex book.
No. We've already lubed you up sufficiently with all this lascivious talk at the beginning about all the half porns these people have done. My God, 50 stolen mail order brides. Did that get you? That get you going? What are you going to do with all that?
Wait till we get to Christopher Lee. I'm going to be slowing you down, and I got a whole thing on him.
Uh-oh.
I was going to do it at the beginning, but you can drink anyway. I'm not going to back us up.
I really like how after they get everything signed, again, this is nerdy, but they, Sir Guy looks at him kind of proud, and then he tidies up his jacket. Ringo's got a little thing on his jacket, and he presents him as Youngman Grant.
There's no sir. Yeah.
Young man Grant.
There's no sir.
No imagination put into it. No. Young man Grant. He's just a young man. Your last name.
Grand.
Youngman Grant.
Ooh, nice English accent there.
Well, and he uses Peter Sellers. I don't know. He's one of those people who you wonder what his real voice is. He's been entrenched in so much.
Yeah.
And maybe even it's hard for him to do his real in an interview. But he does a lot of cool, accents in this. But he's pegged for certain accents as well. You know what I mean? So like he does a certain accent in Dr. Strangelove that's very like that hot doggy, that Captain Mandrake. So
what? That's not like a. What's the Marvel movie? I keep thinking that when you say Doctor Strangelove. What's the Marvel movie?
Doctor Strange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not related anyway. My mind keeps going to.
No.
Sorry.
The shot that every once in a while we do movies, and this would be great merch for any listener who wants to create it. But I see shots in some of our films that I would blow up for like art. I can't think of one now. Maybe you can, but there's just like shots, either funny or otherwise.
I just saw a bunch of them in the movie 7 we were watching before we started.
Sure. But movies that we've done on this show, I mean. And the shot where the helicopter is flying in the distance and the limos in the bottom right and the sky is overcast. I just liked the look of that. It was.
How about the strobe light party? It would freeze one of those.
That would be a.
Here's the
good
one.
all over
Here's
pants.
the one. I would do the priestess of the whip and freeze that.
Here's a shock. There is a shock for all of our listeners if you've seen this movie before.
A young boy watching
liked the priestess of the whip, buddy?
Watching 1 million years BC.
What say there, funny fuzzy britches?
So science is pretty strong on humans have only been around 100 to 200,000 years.
Yeah.
So Raquel Welch is not human in 1 million years BC then? She's pre-human?
I don't know.
She's wearing a fuzzy bearskin bikini or whatever skin bikini. But you know what I'm saying? 1 million years BC, yet humans are max 200,000. Homo sapien sapien.
Yeah, that's one of the most ridiculous movies of all time.
Oh, it's great.
In every way, shape, and form.
When the Allosaurus is trying to eat her out of the tree and the caveman comes
it's
in
dumb
and
in the best
fights on
possible
the
way.
spears.
Dumb in the best possible way.
Again, they put humans with dinosaurs, which are 65 million years.
Did you like the religious connotation in this movie? So many.
That was nice switching gears there.
But
you just got me right off that.
Did you like how their helicopter pilot was called Pontius?
Oh.
If that is your name.
I totally missed that.
Pontius Pilate.
Yeah, no, I heard him say it.
Yeah.
But I was so far removed from the Christian part because nobody's playing fucking, Magic Christian.
And again, we've teed up this movie to be this kind of series of pranks that he is playing and under the guise of their work, I guess. So they get on, they exit the helicopter in tuxedos into the limo, and they get to the third act of Hamlet, where they meet Agnes and Esther
in the balcony.
Balcony, and
this is my new son,
and they're just kind of nonplussed.
Yeah,
which I think is funny.
Well, they let him know he's late.
Because of the helicopter, because of punches,
and he's
if that is your name,
the helicopter delayed him.
Yeah. Well, you never know, wins, what have you. But he says, Sir Guy Grand says this is his favorite part, the third act.
Yeah.
And so, what unfolds here? What do you think is happening?
Yeah, I wrote down
what were your impressions?
This might be the best line of the movie, and I wish I knew. I probably know that actor. And I saw the name of the thing, but I can't.
Who played Hamlet?
Yeah,
I don't remember
place
either.
him. But, so what a perfect stage voice, and he's walking down the steps to be, and then Ringo goes, "Seen it."
That's right.
That was like, I'm like, oh my God.
See, he doesn't. He's perfectly charming in this.
Yeah, I mean, the straight man, right?
I know.
I mean, they just sit
but
down.
But he's a hobo
and here
too.
He comes out with Hamlet. He's in the black outfit. He takes the first step down the stairs. And he's
it's very slow.
To be seen it. Shakespeare, right?
Yeah. Like they feel very comfortable in the world. Like it's their oyster. Youngman Grand is very on board for this. He's again. This seems very normal to him. So this actor is delivering very slow. So walk me through your emotions. Walk me through what happens here.
So he's walking down the steps. He's going through the pre to the holding the skull and the to be to not to be, and then
RNG.
The music changes to burlesque strip stuff, and he starts unbuttoning his shit.
Yeah,
and keeps going, and then probably my favorite line in the movie is Peter Sellers says, "That fellow is taking license, in my view." As he strips completely naked.
He's taking liberties, in my view.
No.
I wrote down he's taking liberties, in my view.
It's license.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have to.
If
anybody cares, let us know.
Is this Coffeegate all over again?
Could be.
Episode 3.
Nonetheless,
Episode 3
of season 1.
I said it 3 times.
Of a different season. Anyway,
I like a good seasoning.
The fact that he says. But
it's the way he delivers that line.
Did you put it together that he was up to this? He put them up to it?
No, because I didn't see any money exchange ahead of time where they set that up in the rest of it.
So this movie has different cuts, and I understand there's a longer.
But it's what he would have done.
But you as the viewer are probably really.
He wants to get under the skin of all the uppities and
the bourgeoisie.
Perfect way to say it.
But if you didn't know, you would have been like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he did. I'm sure he had all that planned.
Like you hung in with it. It became clear. So did you go back and be like, "Oh, he must have paid that actor or that theater company to ruin the end"?
Yeah, I didn't.
That play.
I didn't know because.
Yeah. Do you like how he's casting off like items and they're falling on ladies' face?
Yeah, and guys.
Like crotch stuff is just like crotch powder is going onto heads.
Yeah, and he's playing it Shakespeare or who's whatever the guy's name is in the play. God, that's so bad.
Hamlet?
Yeah, that guy.
He's playing Shakespeare.
Yeah. Hamlet?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Wasn't there's a Hamlet not Hamlet.
We do a movie.
Who's on the $10 bill? Hamilton.
Covering Hamlet in episode 1, if you want to go back to that.
No.
But they have a good time at this. They get back into the helicopter, and this is where he starts talking about their work. Now, did you, again, when you're like, well, what is all work, Dad?
Yeah.
Now,
it's rather hard to explain.
Are you okay with this movie at this point, or are you starting to get angry at me? I'm okay. I kind of picked this knowing that it wasn't your bag.
I once I figured out it was a. I mean, I keep likening it to a Monty Python because they just break into weird shit, and it wasn't until I thought about it after the first time, a little bit, I realized I'm like, wait a minute, this is just a series one after another of him fucking with people.
Yeah. Okay.
And seeing because price doesn't matter. He's the richest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And then just going and improving over and over again that people will. So whoever they will change their morals
what do you
for enough
make
money.
Of the scene where he's explaining to young men about the store? You have a store that opens up and they have a sale and they are selling all their stuff and they're buying. They have more things than they need. And
that stuff didn't make. I mean, apparently he owns many different businesses.
It kind of feels like that. That kind of tells you the source of his malice towards people. You know, like everybody has more than they need. Because I feel like his journey evolves, and I'll tell you when I think Sir Guy has a pivot. But if we're going in reality, this is just a crazy person who has orchestrated all this stuff.
Yeah.
But it feels like there's one particular moment that he changes his trajectory.
Well,
but at this point, I feel like he's like excess, gluttony. You know, people have more than they need, and then they ruin things, and then it's ruined.
That's one of his businesses, is to go in and set up a storefront.
Yeah.
And completely sell it out because of the greed of people. He says they buy more than they need, of course. And then you put a sign up saying movie locations, and then you just disappear.
Yeah.
So that is one of the, but then he goes into this other business that they do, and this other business that they do, you know. So it's multiple things, but again, it was feeding off the greed of people, and he's able to make all that money because it's a sale. They buy way more than they need.
Right.
Yeah.
The influence of the Monty Python piece again comes in this next boardroom shot where it's really small, and you realize later why it's so small. But when you see him at the board meeting, and this seems to be his main business, he's taken over a paper, and there's a lot of funny shit in this scene. You know, talking about the cars. You know,
he says, "What language is that?" And he says, "That's French for something." And then he says,
"Right,
it's an English paper." Just like, you fucking idiot, you know. And then so he fires the whole board,
and that's where it's leading to, right? It's so weird.
The whole thing with the Zeus car.
I know, they're on a moving train, and they all get. What did you make of the red flowers? They're all wearing red flowers, which they have to submit when they're done. They have to hand in their red flowers.
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, but it again.
I mean, it might have been symbolic of something in 1969.
He's saying, you know, the British automobile industry is getting smaller. So pretty soon we're going to have tiny people.
And then trains are going to get smaller.
You know, and then he introduces, and this is where the animation of the car was super Monty Python, and I loved it. Where he's envisioning this car, and he's making them all spitball slogans and taglines, and he's just about to.
And they're all sexually orientated, you know, about having all this room in the back seat.
Yeah.
And
do you feel like it's just funny that he just drops them off?
Yeah, and he says gives them a map. And one guy said he was in some place. Another guy said he was in. I've been fired before, but I've never been fired in Afghanistan. I'm like, you're standing right next to each other. How can you be in Afghanistan and him be in whatever other country he said? Made no sense.
Yeah, so they've got a month's remuneration.
To me, I missed it.
And he goes back on this train, which you realize now is just multiple cars of his own office, which is cool. You see this in other movies, which I like, the multiple office, you know, thing. You know, a lot of Bond villains have it, you know, on movable train stuff, things like that. And you have his sisters, and then you have the Ginger, who's like, what did you make of her? The disgusting, my book on Nazi atrocities has come in.
The lady with the dog?
Yeah.
Her name was Ginger?
Ginger, I think.
Okay. She had red hair.
And she really just
they
disgusting.
Get creative with
you
the
know,
name.
Because remember, she's talking about and then you wrap my head with bacon.
The bourgeois.
Yeah.
You know, you use that word. So I think we'll use that one throughout because
it's just another person to hate.
And you know she's about to get it. And, you know, use the silky.
Oh, the hair stuff.
Yeah.
So this is why I think the movie pivots, because the train is leaving the station. He calls the hot dog over. He wants the hot doggy. And he gives the hot dog person it's 6 pence, and he gives him like a $5. And I can't make change for this.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hold on. Then he gives him more, and he's like, "What?"
The train's leaving, and he's running. He's pushing the cart,
like
the hot dog
getting all
cart,
this
yelling,
money.
"I can't change the $5." And then he gives him more money, so he keeps running.
So that's where I think it pivots,
smiling.
because doesn't Sir Guy Grand say, like, I feel like a change in trajectory? Because this is where I feel like he wants to really take that to the next level. What will people do for money?
Yeah. Well, it is. And like, he fucked with Ginger with the Silky, which was not money.
Yeah.
And he fired all the guys.
Yeah.
Which wasn't money.
And he's got this weird train that has passengers on it, because there's a dude and then the rotating Chinaman, which is not nice to say, but that's probably what they would have said back then. This Chinese American actor being like spun around. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a weird disco car of torture. I like his style.
Yeah.
You know, he's got his lounge car. He's got his business car. He's just firing boards. This is a good way to operate. Right? He's kind of off the grid. He doesn't have to be on the fucking grid. You'd love this.
I wonder how much of that is the director and how much of it's, Clouseau.
It's practical. It's totally practical. I thought you'd really definitely like that. So what they're doing is
I'm practical.
Their next thing, their next escalation is a traditional, a hunt? They're shooting something. They're like, we're going to meet people for a shoot.
Well, they had that weird strobe light party breakaway right before that.
Yeah,
I don't know what the fuck that was.
That's what I was talking about, the rotating Chinese guy.
Yeah, but the strobe light is so. If you can't look into a strobe light, do not watch this part, because it is literally like you're in the room with a strobe light. Like they had that thing going right at the camera. I think he's got one car that just has one passenger that gets messed with because the Gestapo comes in at one point. It's just weird. Yeah.
What's
there was also a telegram as I'm talking to the mic. I'm looking down at my notes.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier. The telegram.
The telegram, and it says "all right for tomorrow night," and it's referring to which I think we find out is the two fighters.
But it just says Ike and Joe.
Yeah.
Did you think it had anything political to do? What did you think?
I didn't think anything.
Was it
the
just
first
hijinks
time it was
afoot?
The second time watching it, I realized that they were talking about the fighters because I remember those names.
Yeah.
Ike from Detroit.
Yeah. So what do you think they're saying about this next scene and the escalation of the hunt, where guys get
I think that's maybe a Vietnam thing with the overkill.
You think so? Because
they're doing cannon fire.
Yeah.
And it's one little pheasant, and then after they finally shoot it down, like with, they're using full artillery,
and then it escalates
military
with like
artillery.
A machine gun, and then it's a tank,
and then the tanks come out, and then when the bird hits the ground, the guy with a flamethrower. So all these things were used in Nam. I'm assuming that's what they were going for there.
Yeah.
That the lengths they would go to, the overkill for one little bird.
Yeah.
And then he takes the bird to the house to be cooked for dinner.
Yeah.
And then, they throw a fit over, they can't cook it. And he's like, what does he say about fire?
They hit it with a flamethrower.
Like fire something's wrong with, he makes a comment on the chef not being able to do it. And then they go to a restaurant, which is a whole nother thing.
Okay. So do you like caviar?
No.
Have you had it?
I think I had it.
Okay.
I shouldn't say that.
You don't like caviar?
Say no. I believe I had it once and didn't like it, or maybe I'm living in the Big movie.
Meaning vicariously through Tom Hanks?
That has become me. I picture if I eat caviar, I'm going to stick my tongue out.
I enjoy it.
That was caviar, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Big.
I enjoy it, and I get it, but it's the symbol for the upper class, the upper crust,
right.
that champagne and caviar. So when
what is caviar? Sturgeon eggs? They mentioned sturgeon.
Well, yeah, and I don't know the nuances.
He makes it into this big paste.
Russian is supposed to be best, but I love the fact that he's commandeered this whole. He fucks this whole restaurant.
He probably owns the fucking chain. Oh,
that's a good point.
He intentionally picks a table with all the bourgeois people. Now, so it's European style, so it's this big long table full of people, and he just sits at the table, and then they all ignore the rest of the table because They know he's going to just give them money. And everybody's like trying to get their order in. And what in the hell is going on here?
Isn't it wild?
But he does that to fuck with the whole table.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the rest of the movie. It's one after another.
Yeah.
But then instead of eating it, he makes it into this big mud pie paste and just smears it all over his face.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
It was
Monty
it didn't
Python?
need to be that. No.
No?
Nah, that was one kind of misplaced scene, I think. It was just kind of mean.
It was the big fuck you. Like, I'm not even eating this shit.
I would have maybe, I don't know, done it differently, or like brought some homeless in and fed it to them, or done something different.
He's done that with Ringo.
I guess that is a good point. Because again, he gets the duck. I wrote Cunard and caviar, and it did make me kind of hungry for like a duck l'orange and some caviar, but that's out of reach for me.
Say that again.
Duck l'orange and caviar.
L'orange.
Yeah. It's good. It's tasty. Yeah, but like the Cunards are not good. It's just it's a little much. But I think what he does to the boxing match is much more fun, and this is how we find out what Joe and Ike are. Because do they go to this boxing? No, they're watching it. TVs are big in this movie. Do you notice? TV is everywhere. Technology,
Yeah, and they switch.
Watching maybe Big Brother.
They're watching it on the TV, and then they switch to the actual scene.
Okay.
So
that's right.
that kind of fucks you.
And
They're
it goes
not
back
there.
in and out, yeah.
Yeah. But you're there.
So
in the scene.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this prank? When you were watching the boxing, did you think he was fucking with the bout somehow?
So the second best line of the movie was from that. So these guys are supposed to, they do the whole big fight, the big build up.
Yep.
It's the Englishman against the American champion. And I don't remember which one was champion or vice versa, but they really do the big build up, and then they go out to fight, and they're like, the guy's like, "Oh, you look pretty good to me."
Well,
and then they start coming in for a big kiss. I got to find the line though. So
I like the idea that, and you see this, they're looking fit, and I don't know, and I'm not trying to, and I'm not one to talk, but like, they looked, that was like a dad bod, like fit athletes back then didn't look like,
right,
like Evander Holyfield looks,
Yeah, and then the commentator from the fight. So the two guys start, come in for the kiss, and then they kind of fall to the ground. So they're doing the wild thing. And then the commentator goes, "The crowd seemed to be sickened by the sight of no blood."
Yeah.
So that's major Vietnam War.
Well, no, I mean, again, people were, they were not sickened. They were, they didn't want to see. They didn't get to see violence.
Right. They were angry.
Saw love.
They were sickened by the sight of no blood.
Yeah. Like the idea of two men loving each other.
I love that. Yeah. So make love, not
no
war.
Blood. Yeah.
So that's
very
that whole
literal
thing. Yeah. I mean, that was the stickers all over back then.
Can you
right?
imagine? Like, if kind of
Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier,
in real life.
They just start doing it in the middle of the ring.
It's not possible to that for anybody
in Monty Python's
to get
world.
to those, because again, he's corrupting the seemingly uncorruptible, like sports. But you assume, right? You assume, but you wouldn't assume that two macho guys would kiss and
the
make
richest
love
guy
and,
in the world
boxing.
could probably get. Think about it.
Exactly. What do you think about the cop eating the parking ticket?
Oh, he would eat that all day long.
Was that?
And I'm here every Thursday.
Yeah. And that's when he says, because there's a parking ticket on his car when he gets back to it.
And he switches voices again.
Yeah.
I saved that. Oh, so what?
I thought it was an advert for pressurized firkins.
That was Ringo, wasn't it?
Pressurized firkins, baby.
What's a firkin?
I want to be sponsored by pressurized firkins, though.
I want to know what a firkin is.
But again, this is an area where it could get a little uncomfortable. Because he for $500, he said, "Would you eat this ticket?" He does it, and he says kind of a cold ass line.
500 pounds sterling.
Mm-hmm.
Sterling, I think of silver when you say sterling. And so, what does that mean?
I wondered if it would come up. I suck.
500 pounds in sterling
nomenclature
silver
and the nuances of the money stuff there with pence and pounds and all that stuff. I suck at it. I really do. So I don't.
We don't have
so
it
let's
here.
say ish $500. Eats the ticket.
Yeah.
And that's when he says the line, like now
Well, how about
you know
it's a
your
limited
price.
offer?
Oh yeah.
He gives them, it's a limited
This
time
is a
offer,
fucking
and then he
cop
starts
who should have
counting.
been like, motherfucker,
Yeah.
put your hands behind your back.
Yeah, and he starts
You're
counting down
bribing a
from
police
10.
officer. Yeah.
And the guy's like, wait, and he's like, you don't have to eat the plastic. No, that's okay.
Yeah.
He wants the money.
Isn't that nuts?
I'm here every Thursday.
Yeah. And he wanted to I wanted to see if you had your price. Most of us do. And he
Yeah.
said most of us do.
Yeah. Well, there isn't a most in this movie. It's
Yeah.
everyone.
And so the next place that you would, I guess, want to create hijinks, like if you had unlimited money and you were screwing around with people, would you go to an auction house, like a fancy, or would you be even too like nervous to go in there?
Well, take a shot. Take 2 shots.
Oh no!
Right after that, we find out. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes.
no,
So
no.
you hit the wrong button. Do it
No,
again.
no, it's-
do it for me.
All
do
you
it.
need to do is focus on you, buddy. Just focus on you.
Don't look behind that curtain.
No, just focus on you.
All right, so-
we are all with you.
The TV, or no, there's a newspaper, and we see the Magic Christian boat in the paper. And that's when we realize at 55 minutes into this glorious 1969 film that the Magic Christian is a fucking boat.
Yeah. You say that, were you mad?
Well, yeah, I'm expecting it to be a person for a whole hour.
Would that have been
That
a
is-
letdown if it was a person?
I'm like,
what would
where
it be?
is the Magic Christian? Where is he? And what magic is he going to do?
Well,
Or
now,
she?
And now you know. I mean, and it's a complete sham.
And it's a fucking boat. Well, yeah, that was even worse when we find out
You
it's a
know,
warehouse.
it's a now you see me situation. Now you see me totally stole this movie, 100%.
Yeah.
Because you look outside the window and it's clearly fake.
I would say not that movie, but even a better one where they come to the surface and they realize that they're on Earth the
Yeah.
whole time.
Oh, Pan, don't.
Oh,
Spoiler. Yeah.
if you
Are they in
don't know
Pandora?
that and they're
Are they
going
in
in,
Pandora?
it does
They're in
ruin that movie. Yeah.
So they go to Sotheby's. Again, great place to create some hijinks.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
and do you like?
Because no bourgeois go there, right?
I like when you have a good introduction of a character by turning around. So Sir Guy and Youngman are looking at this Flemish Rembrandt, French Dutch Rembrandt or whatever, and he starts talking about how dark it is, and like immediately, and it's kind of like, you know, the snooty auction or the snooty car auctioneer, in Furious 7. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway,
yeah, sure do.
and he turns around like, and it's John Cleese. Were you happy at all, or
I was ecstatic.
was he too young?
Because no, his face.
Yeah.
His face. If that doesn't make you laugh,
Yeah.
just he's perfect.
And now he's whispering.
He played the perfect. Yeah.
It's
Yes, I mean,
dark period.
the guy's a fucking genius. I mean,
So here's another high pressure situation where he asks what's the cost.
yeah,
It's going to be sold at auction.
yeah. We hope to get 5,000 pounds.
And
we expect to get 5,000
and the
pounds.
names in this, like his name is Mr. Dugdale, or like the names in this movie are hilarious.
It hasn't been authenticated yet, but we believe it to be a Rembrandt.
Right. Which is interesting because does
I don't
that
know why
have
I'm
bearing?
trying to do his voice.
Does
'cause
that have any
he's
bearing?
Perfect.
If it's not authenticated?
Oh yeah.
Okay, on
Billions
the
of
value,
dollars.
but- okay, anyway.
Millions of dollars, whatever.
But still, this is a high ticket
and
item.
it has to be authentic because I've watched those shows with stolen art and stuff. You know.
Oh, okay.
And like certain paintings have to be authenticated by
So
specific
what's the big deal then
companies or
on this?
houses.
What's the big
because
deal
they're. What do you mean?
on this painting? It's
Well, if
unauthenticated.
it's an undiscovered Rembrandt, then the whole world of art collecting is going to want it.
so you buy it at low
It's
and then get it
It's like
authenticated.
an
or-
undiscovered. What's the violin? Fuck.
Stradivarius,
Yeah,
which
Jesus
he plays in A
Christ.
Shot in the Dark. By the way, the
Huh?
Mater D, he plays.
You're going too fast. I've had too many beers. I can't keep up. I'm drinking way too fast.
His
Sorry.
character as Inspector
You said
Clouseau.
she.
He plays a Stradivarius in A Shot in the Dark.
He plays a violin.
Yeah, Clouseau does.
How do you?
Oh no, sorry, in the Pink Panther. Anyway, I fucked that up. I'm not going to talk about any of that stuff again because I'm fucking it up so bad. So he high pressures
But
John Cleese.
I don't know what's going on.
You don't?
No.
Okay, we can hone back into the moment.
No. How does a guy play a Stradivarius violin? He's the violin. It's a voiceover.
No, he plays a violin. He doesn't play an
He's
actual
a
violin. He plays
violinist
the
that
violin.
plays a Stradivarius.
He happens to play one. When you've seen one Stradivarius, you've seen them all. Anyway,
No, they all have their own unique. Oh, Jesus, Ryan.
well, if you've seen the movie,
Jesus, Miles.
Jesus, Miles.
I ain't drinking no fucking Merlot. Okay.
As well, you shouldn't.
No.
Why is it such a big deal then when he buys this? Because he high pressures.
Oh,
Cleese.
John Cleese's response. I laughed out loud.
Shit.
Yeah, when he goes up to so they start at 5, and he goes, "I'll give you 10 right
I'm not
now."
gonna do that.
And then he's like,
Wait, how about 30?
He's like 30,000 pounds. Shit. You know,
And
like
then-
his moral. He's just compromised his morals.
Did
like,
you
yeah.
see?
But the way he delivers that line.
Did you see Ringo shock?
No.
Okay.
Right.
The
to
funniest
the
thing-
shit line.
He's like, and goes to like hug Peter Sellers because he was like shocked by the shit.
Oh.
So if you ever watch it again, watch that's what makes me laugh out loud.
What
like,
made him hug the
shit?
Because
the
it was so
curse.
brilliant?
No, the curse. And it's like he's like there. He said a bad word, John Cleese. So I don't know why it strikes me as funny, but he doesn't pay up right away, which is weird. I think you'd ask for cash, but he buys it and then he cuts the nose out because it's the only thing you can see.
and he
Cleese
he
is like,
does that just to fuck with Cleese.
Yeah.
Like you compromised your morality, and now the painting is destroyed.
But it's inauthentic, so who cares?
But it's gone forever if it really was a Rembrandt.
I guess it was. Well, the nose is
With the
is
nose in
around.
your pocket, which is yeah.
Well, after disgracing,
Oh, and Ringo on the way out says, "Let me know if you find an ear, Van Gogh."
yeah.
that was
a good line.
that was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're on their way to the Magic Christian because they have found their way onto the ship. And like you said, it's did this movie at all feel like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas to you? I didn't want to because when it gets all like wild in 60s and this voyage on the sea like descends into madness.
It's time to take a shot.
Did it? Uh-oh.
Before the ship, don't we have a little boat race?
Oh, I don't know. I think-
Cambridge versus Oxford
Well,
in the rowing race.
well, they
and
meet them-
He buys them out with the other.
Well, I
guy
remember
from
they
Monty Python.
they meet them to do it, and then the boat race happens later. Well, and it's not that
It's
big
before
a
the
deal.
ship.
Anyway, but so they corrupt the incorruptible, apparently. And this is where Graham Chapman, who plays the captain of the rowing team, is like, oh, my God, you cannot buy a
Yeah.
British man out or
and wasn't-
Cambridge man.
Is John Hammond was in that scene?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Jurassic Park. Isn't that something?
You can't
Richard
tell it's
Attenborough.
him. He's
I know,
so
isn't that
young.
crazy?
I didn't know. I'm like, you would
Richard
never.
Attenborough, yeah.
You would never. Thank you.
That was a good call. That was
Yeah,
a great call.
yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. But, like, again, he's corrupting, apparently, the incorruptible.
right.
Like,
The whole college, and he's doing it because everybody, and I'm just as guilty because I love my U of M football, and last season 2023 15-0, the perfect team. Yes. I mean, I was in every game, and if somebody had done that, I would have went in hook, line, and sinker. You know, I would have lost my shit.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I did find it interesting
Sorry.
that you
It
could,
was all-
you
I
could
can't-
comment on rowing. You know, like he's like, oh, steady there, and they're all 10 backs are into it.
Yeah.
There seems to be rowing
Well,
terminology.
and they're representing the college, and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
rowing
yeah.
is very
Big
big
deal.
on the Thames.
Big deal. See, watch
Tim's
the Social
Thames.
Network.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't go well. And
Well,
it
no,
looks-
they cut the ropes.
Yeah, it goes bad.
And then they slice the boat in half with their boat.
Yeah.
They do a full T-bone.
And on they go again to
Yeah.
the next thing, which is again boat related. How do you think?
How many boats does it take to make a Magic Christian?
So they have the Magic Christian docked somewhere.
So we think.
How do you think they did this?
So I don't fucking know. They just.
It doesn't matter.
They just cut to the
but
they just
so-
made it a.
What did you think of? Okay, I loved the set design
Yeah.
I talk about this a lot.
Well,
60s
how many-
and 70s
why-
look, the look of the hallways, and
Yeah.
I loved it. Loved.
So, Mike, they turned the Titanic into a 60s looking, modern, groovy place.
Yeah.
How many Titanic references do you think there were?
I didn't clock any.
I'm going to say
I
17
clocked 0. Like to the
What?
movie?
to the actual ship.
Oh, I didn't clock
This
any.
whole thing was a parody on the Titanic. This whole ship.
Oh,
Ryan.
yeah.
Oh, you missed that.
All of it.
Oh,
I just
well,
thought it was a weird, like,
No,
like
it
was
starts
Dracula on the
with-
Titanic
It starts.
and a perverted Roman Polanski and a beautiful Yul Brynner and drag.
and don't forget about
And-
my
and that
girl
weird-
with the whip.
That weird pool room.
No, well, I'm going to prove it to you if I can find. As soon as I find it, my notes. Here it is. At 1:08 in the movie, they say London to New York,
Yeah.
elite of international society, shapes the destinies of nations, which is referring to the passengers.
Oh, okay.
So where did the Titanic sail? London to New York. What was on that ship? You had the multi-tiers,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And the people that
But wasn't
survived
this
were the rich
only-
people.
This was only the highest tier, though.
The survivors were, well,
On the
They
Magic
did-
Christian.
yeah, they didn't make a lot of. I think they made one, maybe two references
Well,
to
'cause
there being different.
The first guy that pisses Peter Sellers off. Now we should reveal that this whole thing is a ship in a warehouse that Peter Sellers can operate onto his whim. So a guy at another they start talking, and he says something about there being blacks on board, and that upsets Peter Sellers
No, Peter Sellers presents the question to him.
or something.
I
but-
haven't. He's like, my good friend, I have not seen a black, person. He's like, a blackie on the Magic Christian.
right. So
Absurd.
and then he says, so it upsets Guy. So
No, he set him up to say that.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
because that's why he's got this whole thing at the ready,
Yeah.
and it
And that's what sets up the
smacked.
Mr. Universe's.
Now it's funny that you said that because
That song says it,
You know,
that they're dancing to.
the song comes on, and then you have these two hunky men, a black man and a white man,
Yeah.
beautiful,
Dancing cheek to cheek.
and it kind
And
of
Speedos, mind you, right? Just the tiniest little,
And
like
they're-
what you wear in weightlifting, right? Like an
they're
Arnold
in this
would wear.
guy's face. They're in like at one point, a man is dipped, like we said, into this man's face. I'm
Yeah.
doing the gestures.
I like how you're dipping the man into
it's
me
so
as we.
funny. It's literally I'm putting men in your face, you fucker. You close-minded asshole. Go fuck yourself. I'm gonna put penis. I'm gonna put dick right up onto your chin.
What is the
strap.
T-shirt you have? You have a T-shirt that resembles this scene, and I thought of
Anyway.
that immediately. Do tell, please tell us.
Spread cheeks, not hate. That's the shirt.
And you wore that where?
To the appropriate place.
To a
It's where you-
pride.
Yeah, that's where you wear
rally.
it. Anyway,
It-
amongst the passengers on this ship are Dracula, Christopher Lee's Dracula, which is great.
They do cut to that scene, and so I'm going to take a little liberty right now, and I
Uh-oh.
may not read it very well because I have several beers in, as they say. So
Nobody
it's-
says that.
and
Nobody.
You're fucking with me already. So Sir Christopher Frank Garandini Lee, born in 1922, died in 2015 at 93 years old, 230. You hit that cricket button, I will snap your fucking hand. His first movie was Kaleidoscope, which was a TV series in 1946 to 47, and his first movie was Corridor of Mirrors, where apparently he showed his buns, and that was in 1948. But the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about, and very few people know, at least for me, Christopher Lee served in World War II as in many different forms. So he was a member of the Royal Air Force in British. He was also thought to be a spy and also serve in special forces. And there is a rumored thing that he told Peter Jackson in the Lord of the Rings that is not the sound of what someone sounds like when they get stabbed through, because I know what it sounds like, and he made him change it. So anyway, what I would like to do is take the liberty here to read some quotes directly from Sir Christopher Frank Garandini Lee regarding his military service, because this is from World War II, and this is, pretty serious shit. And we never think, I just think of him as Dracula. That's what he is to me, but he's been in, like I said, 289 different movies. All right, here we go. Ryan, I can't read like you. I may have you take over. You're laughing at me and grinning, but here we go. This is Christopher Lee quotes. I was attached to the SAS from time to time, but we were forbidden, former, present, and future, to discuss any specific operations. Let's just say I was in Special Forces and leave it at that. People can read into that what they like. So our beloved Christopher Lee was in the theater of World War II as Special Forces behind enemy lines. Isn't that surprising? No?
Why are we talking about him this much?
Because
he was in the movie for 38 seconds.
I am fascinated with his life, that his pre-acting life that he did.
Welcome to the Christopher Lee podcast with Ryan and Todd.
Hey,
we're talking military service. We're talking all those things you didn't know about Christopher Lee.
Quote number 2. We were given dossiers. This is his Nazi hunter portion of it. We were given dossiers on what they'd done and told to find them, interrogate them as much as possible, as much as we could, and hand them over to the appropriate authorities. So if you have a dossier on what this Nazi guy did and you get to interrogate him, what do you think that entails? We saw these concentration camps.
Probably
some
a lot
had
of
been cleaned
stuff.
up, some had not. So he actually was in concentration camps that had not been cleaned up. So he witnessed some of the most horrific things that a human can witness. Last one, and it's a nice long paragraph. I've seen many men die right in front of me. So many, in fact, I've become almost hardened to it. Having seen the worst that human beings can do to each other, the results of torture, mutilation, and seeing someone blown to pieces by a bomb, you develop a kind of shell. But you had to. You had to. Otherwise, we would never have won. Did I say that right? Otherwise, we would never have won.
Yeah.
These quotes came from the Independent, kind of ironic, huh? .co.uk, Rose Trope Buchanan on 6/12 of 2015, which is the year that he died. So she wrote a piece on him. So
who?
I just felt it was
Rose
Buchanan. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Rose, for that.
I just wanted to pay homage to an amazing life before he got into the movies.
Yeah. They talk a lot about that on How This Get Made on the Howling 2 episode as well. So see how we did
Well,
against
let's say
them.
it together. You ready? Halloween 2.
Your sister is a werewolf.
Howling 2. What's his famous line?
There's no famous
I thought you
line.
would have been in with me. We've commented on that before, where he was so much better than the actors, and the one line was Sturba.
Well, he has a lot of lines in it.
I know the one that sticks out to us.
Oh,
You clearly don't remember.
no, you know what?
While I was doing all that reading, Ryan took the liberty of getting into the zone.
Well, hey, do you think we should say tighten your wig more? Because when you have Dr. Fagot, which is not spelled that way in the cast credits, but
F you go?
No, it's different. But he's like, here, try some cannabis. It'll tighten your wig.
Who was that guy?
I don't know.
I know him. I knew that voice. I'm like, because they're really, really young, right? And when I heard his voice, I'm like, fuck, who is that guy?
That must have been, yeah.
You did too, right?
I did. And
yeah, I know that voice.
Shoot, I'll have to look.
Yeah, he was the doctor, and then he turned into a cop.
Yeah. Here is where I'm going to get weird. And this isn't You Made It Weird.
Or
this
just
is
plain
Ryan's going to get weird.
I'll get weird with you.
Yul Brynner appears in drag in this movie.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was that him singing All About the Boy? Because I can't hear him singing like that. Okay, good.
The name of
Mad
the
About the
person
Boy
who sang it is listed somewhere, but that wasn't him singing.
I'm mad about the boy.
Man,
to Roman Polanski.
that's a good-looking man in drag. I thought he
agree.
looked gorgeous.
100%. I mean, I'm like, well, she's a little old for me, right?
Did you
but
know
she
it
looks
was,
really
did you know
good.
who it was? I knew who it was because
I
seen
had
it
a
before.
spoiler alert ahead of time, so I knew.
Bummer.
Somebody told me Yul Brynner was in drag, or I read it. I don't know how. I don't remember where. Did you tell me? Maybe.
No. I was reminded.
I wish I hadn't.
I was reminded. I looked at it hard, knowing, and I'm like, if I didn't know it was Yul Brynner, I would not have known.
I could
Zero.
I could not see Yul Brynner in that blonde wig at all.
So when the moment happens, it's great. But
then his voice is unmistakable.
But
oh, are you playing it?
His voice is used, but here is a little bit of.
Is it in there?
Just a wonderful little episode.
A little magic that would finally destroy.
A beautiful man-woman singing this. Yul Brynner.
Change me, but I can't because I'm mad about the boy. Mad about the boy. Mad about the boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I wonder how many takes it took in the studio
He's
to
got
get the
one
right
line,
oh, yes.
2 words. And it's the greatest thing in the movie.
So he takes off the wig and you see
the guy's like, oh no. Oh, yes.
And that's the kind of cruise this is. And it just devolves into a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas chaos
how to fuck
fest.
with everybody.
And they're staying, the grand table is staying very calm, throughout all of this.
So when the ship starts sinking, you didn't think Titanic. I mean, this whole thing is fucking Titanic.
No, I thought Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I was like, man, this is nuts. And the
classist. Oh, okay.
But I thought everybody was elite. It was like only the top of the top will get on this thing.
Yeah, I mean, you had the servants and the servers. But
I thought it was all just the who's who.
Yeah.
It was like the Argonautica in Deep Rising. All right, if we have to compare ships, cruise liners, movie fans, it's the Argonautica in Deep Rising. If you've seen that movie, that's a great impression. That is a perfect impression. That's a movie I'll probably watch tonight.
What is your favorite Cage movie?
Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah.
Talking about non sequiturs.
Weren't you doing this Cage voice?
No. Have you seen Deep Rising? Okay, it's all right. We're going to get through this.
It sounded like Cage a little bit.
Yeah, just hunker down. We are going to get through this.
I'm digging a foxhole.
They get themselves
I'm really tired.
Into the most chaos possible. And all the while you have the captain who's on the TV
yeah, and how did he get the captain to fucking pretend there was a hijacking?
It's on a sound studio. Like the whole thing was being pumped in on a sound studio.
No, but the captain had to play that scene.
Well, no, yeah, but
where they kicked down the doors and
they're all hired. So the whole ruse is pretty funny. They get off in where they think is New York. All the passengers are finally. So they must have been.
No, they think the ship is sinking.
No, they get up. They're like, finally, we're in New York. They get, finally, we're in New York. And the sign says,
that?
Yeah, smash capitalism. And they're like, oh, no.
Because
you see the London Bridge. I don't think the ship is sinking.
The guy comes, no, it's sinking. It's tilting. And the guy comes by Ringo and he says, how do we get off there? And he says, through the engine room. And then you go into the engine room and what do we have?
Yeah.
And you see, you're going to skip my girl.
Oh, boy. Maybe I was trying to do that on purpose.
Raquel Welch.
Do what you got to do. I'm just going to stop.
Raquel Welch dressed in sleazewear, as we like her, with a full-on bullwhip.
You don't have to put me in with this.
In a room
I prefer her in a pantsuit.
A room full of naked girls rowing the boat, and that's the engine room. And she's cracking the whip, and she cracks it on one of the bourgeois guys, and he rips off his jacket and says,
"Can I stay?
Oh, give me another.
Can I stay?" Now, here's the thing. Apparently, these
And the wife was perfectly disgusted
they had
by it.
all sorts of pervs everywhere, but the actors were flubbing their lines intentionally so they could stay in the room with the topless girls longer.
And Raquel wasn't topless, but what she was wearing was magnificent.
She looked fantastic. Really, she would have looked good in a Mad Max film, in a Conan film. She looks good in this.
What about instead of Tina Turner in Mad Max 3? We have Raquel. What do you think? He's just a scrawny little man.
Isn't she? I think she's dead, isn't she? Raquel was.
No.
Oh well, then
especially back then.
I think she probably doesn't look good.
As good as Tina.
Tina Turner.
So
is
a Raquel
no
Welch,
we're
going to metaverse a 1969 Raquel Welch.
Okay.
All right, never mind.
She can't act. That's the problem.
Okay.
So you'd need her to be able to.
She could go. He's a scrawny little man.
I think she'd struggle with that.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Her and Farrah Fawcett could stumble through some lines together.
Won a fucking not an Emmy.
Terrible.
The Burning Bad.
At least.
What is wrong with you?
You know what? At least Jessica Lange can act.
What is wrong?
But
Jesus, Ryan.
I know.
Like, and Ryan hates the Beatles too. I just want to point this out.
No, I don't hate
the
them.
Beatles.
Some of my favorite graffiti as they're like getting off the ship and everything, and they're like, we're just in a warehouse. Down with pants.
Yeah, what was the reaction?
Down with pants.
Like,
that was a fun one.
Don't wear them.
Yeah, burn the bra, down with pants.
Loincloth. That's the way to go.
Yeah, I could see him purporting to that.
Tarzan had it going on. He knew what he was doing.
Right. You don't want drag when you're swinging on vines. You don't want like MC Hammer pant drag. You don't want your
flapping in the wind
sagging midsection slowing you down. Oh, that could hurt.
Swinging on vines, which is a complete misnomer because the vines that he actually the book swing.
Do you know what I did parallel? And I wrote in my notes King Kong for some reason. Arrival in New York, and there is an ape.
The ape was running down the hallway and all the madness,
and
like they were
King Kong.
Yeah. And I laughed at like,
yeah.
Oh, Todd gets to tie in. You already tied in Jessica Lange.
So here's the deal, my friend. Here, the end of this movie is what stuck with me forever.
So did you like that they said there has to be a simpler way?
No. The thing that they do before this, like the final test of people's greed.
The shit pool?
Yeah. Is that what you wrote? Shit pool?
No.
The shit pool? That's what I called Uncle Jeff's above ground pool. Asshole thought it was cool. Always had a turd floating it. Uncle Jeff's shit pool.
Stop it.
And he thought it was a resort pool, above ground pool.
This is
asshole.
what happens when you don't clean your pool off fucking
hole.
summer.
Well,
I wrote down like what they actually put in there. Did you clock that?
I did too.
Go for it.
And I love
I'm still
how,
flipping pages in my notes.
it's a they're filling a pool of something, and it's I was unnerved by these lines. This line, now getting it ready for you. Now getting it ready for you. They're trying to attract people.
Yeah, and then they keep writing free money.
So and you see him spray painting it as it's going along.
Yeah.
But that whole, to bring it into our like to prescient times, how we just we're looky-loos, you know what I mean? So some like street performer starts to do something, people stop and look, people start to get something together. So you naturally get a crowd. They're doing this in a weird area. They have a weird tank that shows up.
Maybe it's like back then they would have the cars go up and down the street. Now hear this. Now hear this. I mean, you can't compare it to modern days because their phone goes off when there's.
Well, no, I just mean the idea of it. Like, right now we'd probably get a text or it'd be on TikTok. Like, this is going down.
A nuclear bomb just went off and wherever.
Okay, something's
and the whole
happening.
world would know.
We want to look at it. Oh, free money. So that's the step.
Yeah.
Now getting it ready for you. Weird. Okay, what?
Slaughterhouse.
But, okay. So
the tanker.
100 gallons of blood.
Yes.
200, make sure I got this right. 200 gallons of urine. And 500 gallons or
manure.
Was it gallons or like liters or cubic feet?
You know what I did? I just wrote blood, urine, manure. So that's a bad pair of underwear.
So, yeah,
that's a bad night.
That is a rough night.
You wake up, your head's sewn to the carpet.
Yeah.
Surprised, Eddie? I could.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised
than I am now.
Anyway, well done. We did it. This is a will they, won't they. That is really wild. Now, I have to ask you a question.
No, I'm not going in that fucking pool. I don't care how much is in there. It
doesn't look like enough money. I know the exchange rate.
I know. But
like, there's a briefcase.
I think they were like fucking with them.
I
like
remember
they just said
with it being a lot more money. But
it wasn't. I mean, they didn't show them putting a lot of money in that.
Oh, so the idea is it's free money.
It
was nasty. Wasn't it nasty? The look of it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they achieved the effect.
No, but they fucking go in it.
So
it's all over their. They all go underwater. They all go.
There's the thing that got me. As a kid.
Yeah.
And today.
Yeah.
That's the will they, won't they. Now I forgot one that I'm going to peel this back a little. I'm going to take my time a little bit because these people, the smell, they see people with gas masks handling this shit, right?
The whole time.
And you see the onlookers like this smell. So it's all this stuff together.
Yeah.
People decide to do this. The smell, they have their, they're like,
but what people?
Then they're all white
They're
businessmen.
all in suit. Yeah, it's Wall Street people, which their whole life is about make as much money as you can.
Exactly.
And showing what they would do.
They're starting to grab some stuff on the top. They're not grabbing.
And they're dollar bills.
And then
whatever, pounds, yeah.
And then, now this time I clocked it.
Okay.
That's the will they, won't they. Because the moment that shocked the shit out of me was the under the water
and
thing.
they all did it simultaneously.
But not every one of them.
Oh.
A few people didn't do it. I remember everybody doing it, but not everybody does it. But and that's that like, oh.
So you saw one or two still standing up?
Yeah, but in general, it's not. There's not enough money. There's not enough.
No.
To pay for the dysentery, the other diseases that don't exist anymore. You're gonna get like my gag reflex stuff. I there's no point of insanity.
Yeah. The smell would make you puke.
No.
Urine,
no.
manure, and blood.
And they I think, is this the nadir of people's greed that's enough to make them, Guy and Youngman, give everything up? Because this is where, that's kind of corny. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's maybe not for the long haul, but they return to the park.
I guess it does kind of allude to that. Yeah, sure.
And
that this is like, okay,
that's it.
We're going to check
the
out.
Worst thing.
We're going to check out from society, because it does say.
Is that the takeaway to you? Except for the funny thing that
the line of "there's got to be a simpler way."
Yeah. And they bring sleeping bags to the park, and they get rousted by your guy, and there's a funny moment where they both hand
well they do
cash.
Say he says there must be a simpler way. Ringo's like, this is it, and then Guy
I think I wrote
says let's give it a try.
Is that the last line?
No.
Oh.
The last line's by my guy, the guy with the poker stick with one piece of paper on it.
Gotcha.
Again.
Gotcha.
And so he pays him off.
Yeah, that's pretty
he's
fun.
poking them because they're going back to, it's the same scene in the beginning. They're sleeping in the sleeping bags. The guy comes up, hey, you can't sleep on the grass, and is poking him with the nail. And then not Youngman, what's his name? It's the senior guy.
Yeah.
Guy gives him a shitload of money, and then he just says, you stay here as long as you want.
Yeah.
Just completely flip script.
Yeah.
And then, he says the final line, which is,
what
is
is
say it?
No, I don't. I've had. Let's give it a try.
You didn't clock or cock the final line?
No.
Neither one?
no. There's no cock or final line in my
This
mouth.
is Raquel
right now.
Welch. How can it not be? Oh, never mind. All right. Good night, gents.
Oh, nice.
That's
Good night, gents. No, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, good night,
That's
gents.
That's a
Yeah.
good last line.
I mean, he's yelling at him to get up, poking him with a nail, and and then he gives him money. He's like, "Oh yeah, stay here as long as you want. Good night, gents."
Yeah.
He's Mr. Polite. So,
Oh
again,
man. Well, you know what? It was a weird one intentionally. I get a lot of happiness from this movie. The messaging may be over the top, and I dig it. I really do. But under the feces water is the image that is burned in my brain for the rest of my life.
yeah, because when they came up, the filth that was on their faces,
and they leave it.
and the one guy's wiping
set
his
decorate-
face.
yeah, however they did it all.
Oh, it was just so
Yeah.
gross, so gross. Well done, I mean, because in 1969 they're doing all practical effects, so
Yeah.
they were really in that soup. God knows what they used.
Yeah.
Chicken broth. Let's try to make it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they threw some manure.
Hopefully it wasn't one of those situations where it's like it has to be real.
Yeah.
You
You have to.
They're nowhere near it, but like they make
Yeah.
everybody else go through it
You'll
all.
get a movie
Yeah.
credit
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
right.
dip yourself in shit. Yeah.
All right. Reviews.
Did you find a good one?
I did, but I'm in the moment right now, and I think I'm going to take a shot at reading a longer one. Star review.
Yeah. You put up with my
'Cause
reading.
I don't know. Here we go. All right.
Do it.
With the interest of time,
Just do
here's
it.
a 1 out of 10. No spoilers. Spoiling rotten. A magic Christian is an expression. Some find it magic to receive the gift money. In the United States of America, money is considered legal tender for all debts, public and private. Hence, it is written, "In God we trust" upon it. As the movie is about trust to a certain degree, it is relevant to consider the effect of money on people in relation to movies and motion pictures in general. A movie is a snapshot of an idea played out in sequential scenes or skits. And in this one might find that which is advertised. Ringo Starr sitting on Peter Sellers' lap. Historically, Peter Sellers is known as a remarkable actor of multiple personalities. On screen, not in private life. Culturally, Ringo Starr has been attributed via The Simpsons as one who responds to all of his fan mail personally. There were comedians of this era who would offer to send anyone who asked them $1 in the mail. There are also comedians of this era who would request that anyone send them $1 in the mail. That's the core issue here in The Magic Christian. Relevant to the resurgence of magic in popular culture, as per Harry Potter and the New York Times Book Review, the book upon which this movie is based would still be upon the burning book list, were it not for the polluting effect of burning books. As for the pollution within this book and movie, it is of a nihilist variety, and so the movie is a nihilist variety show. The question is whether the main character wants to annihilate the societies with which he encounters. Money is as good a weapon as any. Many would argue that this movie is such an offense as to be included in the lump sum of the Raquel Welch movies. As she appears in this project, it is noteworthy to consider her negative influence on culture and society at large. Did you hear that?
He did notice her.
As
He
she
didn't call
appears
out
in this,
anybody else.
It's noteworthy to consider
All
her
those other
negative
actors.
influence on culture and society at large.
Yeah.
Raquel Welch.
She's the only sex symbol that ever existed in
However,
movies.
most damaging is the influence of what has become known as the troupe, spelling intended, of Monty Python. Any Christian, magic or otherwise, knows of the relationship between mankind and snakes. A python is a rather long, large snake, and so too is this movie. A rather long, large insinuation on the topic of good and bad. Is magic bad? Well, magicians are surely going to hell, as they will not enter the gates of heaven, nor even see said kingdom. One might consider carefully the possibility of the relationship between the former British kingdom and the former Disney Magic Kingdom. Both the British and the Disney kingdoms were extensions of an effort to culturally alter populations in response to the universal truth of God and justice. Seeing as chaos is a frequently referenced topic upon comments for this movie, The Magic Christian, one might consider also the effects of lawlessness as well as what would be wrongfully called freedom from goodness. Upon the topic of freedom, the relevant relationship between the United States of America and the would-be monarchy of London, and even the relationship between the myth of Merlin, that of Welsh culture, and that of Harry Potter fiction dissolves into a rather nasty cocktail of would-be wit and would-be wisdom. Ultimately, the application of information rather than truth is a lot like reading a comment and getting a plot synopsis instead. You get the movie without the experience. The experience of the Magic Christian is a lot like going to Disney World and getting leprosy instead of a mouse ear hat. You can't remember why you lost an arm and a leg, but you left without having your ears altered to the bias of an experienced illusionist.
Wow. Do you think that man or woman reads that back to themselves and masturbates?
Probably.
Oh, look.
You know what?
The would-be monarchy of the British Kingdom.
Brilliant. It may be brilliant. But is magic bad? Well, magicians are surely going to hell. I know a few.
Are they?
Do
you think that's a conservative Christian right now? I'm not really sure.
I'm not sure what's happening here. But listen, they didn't like this movie. All right.
Oh, that was I thought that was a good review.
You
wild man.
All right. Here is a 10 out of 10. And we're going to leave everybody with this.
This would be a Bo Derek. Huh? I think that's a new thing now for us. The Bo Derek of reviews.
Shouldn't be. It's a 10 out of 10. Titled Brilliant. Brilliant. This is also from IMDb.
Thank you. Good night.
Yeah. This film takes a brilliant thrust at British notions of class and propriety, if not Western society as a whole. Peter Sellers plays Guy Grand, a man with a perverse sense of humor and to whom money is no object. The film begins as Grand legally adopts a young vagrant, a monosyllabic Ringo Starr, and the two set out to turn everyday life into a kind of black surreality world of Monty Python. A black surreality worthy of Monty Python. Though Grand has no spoken manifesto, his overriding goal is to mock, humiliate, and freak out his pretentious peers via elaborate practical jokes revealing the underlying hypocrisy of polite society. Ultimately, Sellers' character is dismayed when his social experiments prove his suspicions. Respectable citizens will do anything for money and prestige. This movie is not for normal people. In fact, this movie hates you. Don't watch it. Go away. This movie has some colorful freakout scenes that put Austin Powers to shame, especially when visually contrasted against the gray bleakness of industrial London. And I said that like that because it was in kind of a parentheses.
I mean, these are really educational writings, both of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
This movie is not for normal people. In fact, this movie hates you. Don't watch it. Go away.
What did he call Ringo again? Something son. That was brilliant.
Monosyllabic. Just
what is that? Mono
speaking with only one syllable, like yes, Dad. Sorry.
Got it.
Sorry. Anyway, it was a weird movie. It was Trailer Park Jesus-ish without all the true LSD. I thought so. Maybe you dig some of the.
Like I said in the beginning, you hit the trifecta. You got the Triple Crown.
I think you've done it first though in season 1. So this may be our first season 2 Triple Crown.
It's nice. I mean, but guaranteed, we should point it out when we do hit the triple.
It may not be as weird as we think. So let us know if you've seen this movie.
And the triple is what? So they know.
Independent, obscure, just plain weird.
Thank you.
Okay. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. If you have seen this particular movie, let us know at a little independent podcast at gmail.com, because I would like to know if we're wrong on a trifecta, if it's not as obscure as we think. Because again,
how is it that
we're just in Northern Michigan? We don't know what's what.
Oh, okay.
So let us know. Please get at us. Thank you for listening to our show. And we are excited. I'm particularly excited about the next kind of thrust of movies. So if you're listening to our show, please tell us the kind of movies that you think are weird, independent, or obscure.
I guess I have to put a thrust in my next movie. You said the thrust?
Yeah, just the momentum.
Yeah.
You are very sexual. Maybe there's no more after podcast hangout tonight because I fear from a bum. So, hey, Todd.
I brought my ties.
Oh, boy.
Yes, Ryan.
we'll always have Monty Doro.
Who are those guys? Who are those guys?
You'll love it. It's just a little independent.
You love it. It's just as like independent. You know what I mean? You're about to say
You'll love it. It's just a little independent. You're gonna love it. It's just a little independent.
we're tense. Yeah, we're two or
Yeah.
two. We're like you'll love it. It's just as little independent. Like it's just
Like I'm
little
introducing a
independent.
movie to you.
Like you're about to.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's just as little independent.